Welcome to Real Talk Live with Arnette D. Love. Listen, it is a pleasure to be before you today. And now while I try to make sure that I'm being broadcast all over the place, y'all just work with me a little bit because we're going to talk about this topic of letting others influence us to like or dislike other people, letting others influence our relationships with certain individuals. We got to talk about it. And what I don't understand, y'all, is the fact that I keep having to have this topic. And I keep having to have this topic, because I keep hearing this stuff over and over and over again, which is so odd for me. I don't understand why we keep on going through this and going over this. And you know where I'm getting it from? I'm getting it from people talking about me. I don't know how many people keep telling me this thing. How many people keep coming to me with this topic right here when it pertains to me and something that happened years ago. It's really baffling to me that we're still here. That's what I'm trying to say. It's baffling that we're still here, but here we go once again. Letting people influence you to like or dislike a person that you have never met before, a person that you don't know, a person you haven't said two words to, you don't have a relationship with, but you, and I say you to those who it pertains to, allow people to manipulate your mind into saying that I don't do her, I don't do him, I don't like that person, but you can't say one thing that person has done to you. See, because that's what matters. What have that person done to you, not what they've done to somebody else. That's what makes it real. And I don't understand how we do that. I don't understand how we'll sit here and say you don't like someone, we don't like someone, and that person don't even know that we're alive. That person doesn't know that we're breathing, but we, bold as day, will look up and say, I don't like him or her, right? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find something. No, nothing here. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm going to get back into my moment. Okay. So, let's get back to it. How do we do that? With a straight face. I even had someone tell me that they didn't do me because of something that went on between me and a family member. Now, I'm not going to rehash that, because that is old, and there's only one of the equations still breathing, and that would be me. I'm not going to rehash the situation, but I want to say that when they told me that, I was like, so you that don't know me, you have a problem with me because of something dealing with me and my family member? And it looked like they didn't know that it was my family member. And they was like, yeah. I said, see, that's why I don't understand why people get in other people's business. That's when I come with that piece. Why do you get in other people's business? It's not your business. It's not your business to be getting an attitude, to come into a conclusion, because I'm going to tell you something. As a child, I've learned that there are three sides to every story: his, hers, and the truth. Somewhere in there is the truth. And people will tend to lean a story the way they want you to receive the story. You cannot properly make a decision or an outcome on what it should be until you have heard the the whole story in its entirety. And what I have noticed is that the story that was told about me, many people finds out that it was all a lie, that it was all fabricated. Some of it, yes, I did it, but I did it afterwards. It was in response to. You know what I'm saying? And I never denied what I've done, but it was in response to. It's one of those things, I don't mess with nobody, but don't you mess with me because you're not going to like how I come back. It's like that. You can't tell a person how to respond to disrespect. You can't tell a person how to respond when you approach them. When you swing first, you cannot tell a person how to respond to that. That's why when people fighting, you can't say it don't take all that or this, that, and the other. Because everybody don't know you fight just enough to stop the threat. You don't know how people's going to respond. And because people didn't understand how I was going to respond, they were shocked. They were shook. You understand? And then you go out and you tell all this fabrication and whatnot, and people hate me because of what you done said, but nobody, except for some pastors, felt they need to come and talk to me. Nobody. And this is what I'm saying. We have to stop allowing people to manipulate us to come to their side. Stay neutral. If it has nothing to do with you, stay neutral. If you just got to be in it, find out the truth. One side of the, I can't stand when a person take a story and make it their own. They have nothing to do with it. They don't talk to the parties involved, and then they want to put out stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it takes people like me to have restraint and God, because you really want to pop off with them. You understand? Just like when I was running for an election, I ran as, of course, an independent, but it wasn't the Democrats that backed me, because it was a lot of the Democrats that did not, well, I ain't gonna say a lot, because a lot of Democrats voted for me. I'm gonna get that correct. A lot of Democrats voted for me, but I didn't have an endorsement from the Democrats, because it was some of them that, was against me, and a lot of them didn't even know me. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not going into details on that either. I'm telling what I have, and that's the truth. And so the Republicans endorsed me, and they knew I wasn't a Republican. Everybody knew I was a former Democrat, and I went independent because of some personal issues. And so they endorsed me, and that's how I won. The Democrats voted for me. Yes, they did. And the Republicans did too. And I am the people's politician. And I will always be the people's politician. And I'm not going into these different parties and trying to argue and fuss and fight and insult people over there. I would not do it. I'm here to serve everybody that's under my jurisdiction. Okay? But what I'm saying is, there were so many lies made up about me, and nobody took the time to come and ask me. And I was out there in front of City Hall every day, either me or my sister. All you had to do is come and ask me, are you this? Do you represent this? Is this just lies, lies, lies? And that one person in particular, honey, I will never forget how much you lied on me. To me, you don't exist, baby. Don't ever ask me for anything. And I'm serious about that. Unless you have kids or grandkids in the school system, that's where we stop doing business. Don't ever ask me anything other than what my business is. Because the lies that you told on me are very unacceptable. Unacceptable. And even though I had to forgive you, that's about it. So, the thing is this. Stop, when people haven't done anything to you, stop making enemies. Why are you making enemies with people who have done nothing to you? I can't understand. Let me see if we can get some light up in here. Because I want you to see me, and I want to see you. Can we get some light up in this piece. Let me see here. Yeah, I want you to see me. Now my thing is working. Now, hold on, y'all. Okay, let's see where we at. So, here we go. So we got people disliking individuals, but they don't know them. They can't name one thing this person has done to them. Not one thing. And I'm not even accepting the fact that I've done something to somebody you love. I won't accept that either. Unless it was something harsh. But as far as like a disagreement, an argument, what have I done to you? Tell me that. What have I done to you? Tell me. If you can tell me, I'm good. What I've done to you. Because, see, I'm going to explain something to how I was raised. The person that I fell out with for 5 years, my mother still loved him, still adored him, did not leave him, did not talk down or about them, wouldn't allow me to do it either, and explained to me that this is how it's going to be. That issue was not her issue. It was my issue. That's how I was raised. So that is my belief. So I would not accept anybody coming out talking about, well, you treated this person this way, or you did this to this person, and so I don't like it. I'm not accepting that either, because still I've done nothing to you. What have I done to you? Because if my mother can do that and set that example for me and my siblings, that's the way it's going to be. And that's how my mentality is going to be. You know, but that's what happens. You let people manipulate you into giving up friendships that may be meaningful. And let me tell you something. If they do it to one, they'll do it to another. Honey, they'll do it to you. They would do it to you. What makes you different? What makes you think that a person that manipulates you won't manipulate somebody else against you? And I'm not, and this don't have anything for real, for real. I use myself as an example because somebody told me the other day that people didn't like me because of this, blah, blah, blah. And so I use myself as an example, but this is happening every day with other people. And just to let y'all know, I don't give a damn who don't like me. Excuse my language, I'm sorry, Lord. I don't care. I really don't care. If y'all haven't learned yet, I still got some teaching to do. I don't care if you don't like me. Never have I cared that a person don't like me, because I know that I'm fair. I know that I treat everybody the same. I know that I'm loving. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I don't do is I don't play the radio, and I don't take no tea for coffee, and you can't spit or piss in my face and tell me it's raining. And that is what people get mad at, y'all. When you don't let them walk all over you, that's what gets them upset. That's what gets them upset. Y'all about to get my classes. I have you walking around here really feeling like the kings and queens that you are. I have you walking around here understanding how powerful you are, how powerful your confidence is, how powerful knowledge is. Y'all better get with me on them cheap classes, because if I have to double back, I'm charging triple now. Come on, they $50 now. But when I double back, I'm charging triple. So we have to understand that there are three in this is my class. There are 3 reasons for this, that we will allow someone to manipulate us. We're going to be a follower. We're going to be a follower all our lives, or a follower at some point in our lives. We're going to change over, but we're going to be followers at this time. Our self-esteem is low. Okay? Or we just want to be accepted. We want to be accepted by some people that don't have anything to give us, that don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out to give us. But we want to be accepted. We want to be liked. We want to be in that number with some people that don't care anything about us. So overall, it's a sign of weakness. because we're not strong enough to say, hey, I have nothing to do with that situation. I have nothing against that person. They've done nothing to me. And until they do anything to me, they're all right with me. They're all right with me. Listen, I've been, picking up tips all my life. I have seen people that sit back and want other people to fight their battles. So what they do is they pour the poison, little bits of the poison. They pour little pieces of the poison into their mind, and they make people think that they're being picked with and they're victims. And then those people feel like, because this person is weak, I have to protect them. Baby, I'm telling you not what I think. I'm telling you what I know, what I've been told out of these individuals' own mouths. You pour that poison into people, and then the people start protecting you as if you are a victim, as if you need protection. But no, you're not a victim. You are the mastermind of destruction. But you stand back and sit there and act like you have nothing to do with the entire thing. But you were the mastermind. And people, it is time for you and I to, well, not really me because I know better, but it's time for us to stop being deceived and manipulated with that poison. Okay? And now we're talking about life. Let me clarify this right now. We're talking about in life. People will use you if you allow them to. Okay? People will use you. So let me do this. Let me tell you, it's so easy when a person start pouring that poison in you. It's so easy to say, okay. You don't even have to tell them. You say, okay, no problem. And what you do, you go on a self-quest. You go on a quest for yourself. First of all, you ask yourself, what has this person done to me? Nothing. Okay. Then you go, you can't stop there. You need to know some more. So you go to that person and you ask that person, hey, I heard this, and this happened. Do you mind talking to me about it? Because I would like to hear your side. I know that this is going around, so can I hear your side? 9 times out of 10, when you come up to that person correctly, they will talk to you. They will talk to you. They will talk to you and explain to you. That way you will have an understanding on what actually possibly could have took place, because it's 2 sides to every story and sometimes 3, right? And so then you talk to them about it. My question is, if you have already took that stance that you don't like this individual, that you have nothing to do with this individual, because of what somebody else told you, my question is, what you going to do about it? That's my question. What are you going to do about it? And I ask you that not to be disrespectful, not to think that you want to go and fight and all that stuff. No. That is not what I'm asking you that. I'm asking you this question because there is something that you can do about it. And in my book, there's only 2 things. There's only 2 things that you can do about it. If you have a problem with someone, you go to that person and you talk to them about it. And just be mindful. If you go to someone and you talk to them about something that does not concern you, that you don't have a dog in the race or in the hunt about, understand that you're probably going to get some smart remarks hurled at you, whatever word you want to use. They're probably going to come back with something smart. But be prepared for it so you can get your answer. Go to that person and talk about it like you have some sense. I'm going to tell you all one time. Now, that's the first one. Let me give you an example. Talking to that person. One time I was told some stuff about an individual. Oh, they hyped it up, baby. Oh, this person didn't do this, and this person didn't do that, and this person can't stand this person, and this person is this, and this person shouldn't do that. Oh, we was hyped. But love, being love, Even though I was manipulated at that time, afterwards I thought to myself, this person did nothing to me. Let me go talk to this person and see what their side of the story is. Then I go talk to the person and I realize that for me it was a big misunderstanding because half of the story was told. Only the part, excuse me, only the part to monopolize us not dealing with that person was told. That other side wasn't told. Okay? I took it upon myself to apologize. I apologize to the individual for allowing myself to be manipulated. I apologize to the individual for not coming to them first to get their side of the story so I can make a proper decision. I apologize because I was wrong. I did something that I wasn't taught to do, and that was to listen to a one-party story and make a decision on how I portray someone else. And I'm putting this out not for me, not for my benefit. I really don't care. I'm 53 years old, y'all. I'll be 54 this year in a few months. I don't care about who likes me. I don't need a job, so I don't care about nobody hiring me. I don't care about that. I care about being transparent. I care about people seeing me for who I am and knowing the true me. I care about being approachable, people coming up to me and saying, listen, I heard this, and this, and I can explain to them. I don't like liars. I don't like hypocrites. I don't like lying. Okay, I will probably hurt your feelings because I refuse to lie to you more than anything. And if I don't know, I'm going to tell you I don't know. Okay, so this is not about me. This is hopefully me trying to help someone else. So the number one thing that I recommend when you are put in a position where you feel you don't like someone that you don't even know and they haven't done anything to you, you're just going on word of mouth, talk to that individual. And then the second thing that I would like to propose that you do, that would be to leave it alone. Let it go. Stay out of it. Okay? Treat that person like you would treat anybody else that you don't know, a stranger, and let it go. Leave it alone. Man, I have heard the stories I have heard about my situation, people, surprised that people hanging with me and people talking about me as if they know me, like they knew the story. But these are the same people that they had already that had been classified in these streets as being incompetent, as being illiterate, as being a darn airhead. I mean, I'm telling y'all, it was so many names out there, nicknames out there, and I was privy to them all. You see what I'm saying? But I never once came to you and told you what your nickname was. You know what I'm saying? Or how people really felt about you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not me. I'm not messy, but instead, you were. You see what I'm saying? And I know that you were. So I just keep that in the back of my mind. And I still speak to you and smile to you and hug you and everything. Because I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care nothing about that. That's a what I would call a non-factor. A non-factor. The only thing I care about is when people do things to me directly. That is one of my triggers. When you do something to me directly that's disrespectful and make me feel like I've been used. That's my trigger. And I've been working on that. Or I haven't felt that way in a while anyways, but if it happens again, I know who to turn to so that I won't respond, the same way. But that was a trigger for me. I can't stand thinking somebody had used me for their benefit when I know that I was sincerely doing what I thought was right. But anyway, so you want to talk to the person or you want to just ignore it and let it go. Stay out of that mess. Stay out of that mess. And then in the end, you realize that they lied to you. You realize that the person that they painted for you isn't that person at all. You know what I'm saying? That person ended up being me. Smart, caring, loving. You know what I'm saying? Funny. You understand? And you done hated this person for all this time and realized that that's not the person that you hated. Because you allow someone to manipulate you. Get to know people for yourself. Get to know them for yourself. I ask a person nowadays, I'll be like, did you talk to him? Do you know her? Have you said anything to her? What did she do to you? Oh, I will quiz your hind parts. Because you're not going to tell me to dislike somebody and you don't even know her. You see what I'm saying? Oh, no ma'am, no sir. I don't believe in that. And I don't judge anybody, and not because the Bible told me so. Because the Bible said I can judge you righteously. So y'all don't know that part. I could judge you righteously. I just can't judge you harshly. You understand? And so, but I care not to judge you at all unless you try to do something to me. Yeah, unless you try to do something to me, I don't care about judging you at all. I just want people to start treating each other better. And start taking accountability for ourselves, not because somebody told us we should do certain things. You understand? So the next person that come to me and tell me one more thing about what happened in my life 5 years ago, I'm going to shut you down. I'm going to shut you down. Because I'm tired of hearing it. And y'all, you don't know what went on. You don't know anything but what one side told you. And I'm tired of damn talking about it. I'm tired of talking about it. It's 5 years later and people still talking about that foolishness. You know what I'm saying? So please just don't talk about it to me again. I'm tired of it. All right? I don't even like this. I can't even say my doggone ending because I done cursed about 2-3 times with the D word. But remember, he loves you and I love you. Make sure you love yourself and go on love someone else until we shall meet again. May you be tremendously blessed and may you have a terrific, terrific, terrific week.